Alright, so people usually know me as a gaming nerd. Yeah, I own Luigi's Mansion, the Japanese version, so why not start there? Why not start here with all the games I own? Now I do stack games on top, and that is because they come in like a smaller case. So stuff like old PC games, NES games, DS and 3DS. I always separate those. And if a game doesn't come with a case, I'll just keep this little thing and just put it here. This is the only DS game that I own that does not have a case besides what's in the thing down there, which I can show off real quick. This is just Sonic collection of games. So yeah, this is all the games I own. Um, I I don't organize by year or I straight up just don't organize them. But hopefully, when I do get a permanent room, I will organize these. But yeah, I have PlayStation 3. This is the only box set game that I own. And I can't even beat the game. Yeah. Yeah, the Mass Effect trilogy is like the only box set I actually own. That's pull it out. As you see, one of the games is missing. I actually know where that game is. It's in this PlayStation. I own two PlayStation 3s. One of these aren't even my PlayStation 3. This one's my dad's. It did not come with a hard drive. That's why he didn't use it. And this one's mine. And he's now stuck with Xbox One. Yeah, probably put this back. I'm sort of like one of those people who, when they're done with the game, they actually just straight up just put it back. But I don't do that with PlayStation for some reason. I don't know why. And like PlayStation's my second favorite game company. My first favorite being oh, Nintendo, because I've always liked how Nintendo did stuff. Hold on. It's hard putting in this box case. I've always had trouble putting it back. Okay. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. I also have the Nintendo 3DS AR cards. I don't know where to put these, so I just keep them like right next to my PlayStation 3 games because I never pull this one out. Also, there's actually a gap. I don't know if you can see. I can't tell you how many times I've had to pick Minecraft up from the ground because of how many times it has fallen. So, yeah. Now I'm probably just gonna put this back. Uh, alright. I could probably just put these back up. Pretty sure I'm not gonna. This is the only DS game I own on case. And actually, I talked about how I keep other DS games without cases down there. It's actually in here, which this was originally a 3DS holder until my 3DS broke, so now I have a 2DS, and this has basically become useless. So I actually keep most of my games in here, because all the games I bought were always used. So, and since for some ungodly reason, people at GameStop never keep the cases, I don't know why. So yeah, this game's broken actually. This one doesn't work. So I have a broken game. This game's bad. It's Super Scribblenauts. And this game I've beaten. It's Pokemon X. And under here are actually the games I play sometimes, not all the time, which is Tomodachi Life, which I rarely play, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which has okay controls, and Kirby Triple Deluxe, which I've beaten 100%, so I don't have a reason to play it anymore. Okay, I should probably explain what these are, what that is. These are actually cases I have not printed yet. This is stuff like, what I'm about to explain down here, Salus's Videos Volume 3, and the rest of a series that I can't buy the DVDs for, because they're gone, or they're $70 for one DVD of a 15-minute show. But yeah, I should probably actually put these right here. Now this, okay, I want to explain this real quick. So, before the quarantine, I was going to buy Luigi's Mansion, the US version, at vintage stock for $50. I never got to go back because I went to Entertain Mart, and then after Entertain Mart, quarantine happened. So, I never got to go to vintage stock. So, and I actually liked how this one turned out, so I refused to throw away this label. And actually, this case didn't have a case cover to it. So, I've always had a game without a case cover. And the game was SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. I never had a case cover for this. I've always had this game in an empty case cover. I think my uncle, which is also a video game collector, I think he actually has the case cover. I don't know how many times I can say case cover. I think he actually owns it. Now, this wall is all full of, like, miscellaneous stuff. Stuff like, besides that's an actual game. This is a USB GameCube controller. The wire, I actually have no clue where that wire is. But I know I have the wire to it. This is so I can play GameCube games on my computer because it has a wire to it. I have and just collectible Luigi Mansion stuff. This was actually just a custom amiibo I made. I could easily just take that off and have a normal original one. And I have also these amiibos, extra Pikmin stuffed animals, and once I get Pikmin 1 and 2, they will be going in here. So I'm still thinking about expanding my collection. Alright, I'm done being sidetracked. Back to this. So, these two games are the reason I want a computer with a CD drive. If it does not have a CD drive, then I have nothing to do with these. I know I can get these games on Steam, but I don't want to pay extra money for something I already own. That was actually one of the reasons I hated the 3DS version of the original Luigi's Mansion. Because the remake, you're paying more money for a game that came out in 2001, and you possibly already own it, because everybody has that game somewhere. It came with the GameCube. Basically. But, yeah. And it had worse controls, it took longer to beat, so there was really no point for it. That was actually something I printed. I don't know why I'm explaining that now. But yeah, if I get a computer without a disk drive, these become useless. I have my PlayStation 2 games. I actually use my PlayStation 2 a lot, even though I only have 2 games, and that's because it's an excellent DVD player. This is the reason why PlayStation 2 is still the #1 most bought console, and that's because it makes a good DVD player. Then here's all my Xbox 360 games. My one Wii and GameCube game that still has the case is actually, like, separating Minecraft, so I should probably move it. But, yeah, I have this, which I actually have the poster hanging up over there. I have Call of Duty Black Ops 1 2. I actually got this for $5, which was really nice. I don't know if I still have the tag on it or not to prove it. No, yeah, I usually take those off because it makes the game look ugly. I bought this at GameStop. There was a version where it was disc only for $1, but I ended up already buying that one. Duke Nukem Forever, which is just confusing. I don't know how to play it. I don't really like this one, so I basically have a bad game that I don't like. Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition. I've always wanted to have Minecraft on disc. And I have Sonic Mega Collection for GameCube and Wii Play. I actually have Wii Sports right here. And that's because my copy of Wii Sports actually came in a completely empty case. I can actually probably show you what that looks like. It came in a case that looked like this. It came in this, had no artwork, had nothing. So I actually reused this just as an empty DVD case. But yeah, and that's why I keep it in an empty album case. I usually just kept it in my Wii, but I just didn't want to do that. Now, on my DVDs. Again, I have this, but I'm not gonna explain this. I'm just gonna move it out of the way. This is all my DVDs. Yeah. These are all my DVDs. That one's special because I actually had to remove the cases and artwork for those and put them for those. And these aren't even all my DVDs. I actually have more under here, which is the South volume stuff, which I can now talk about. This is just my videos, but I put them on a disc because I thought making DVDs is fun. I don't know why, but I just really like making DVDs. I don't know. I want to know why. I want to learn that part of me why I like making DVDs, but I like making DVDs. I actually keep like most of my box sets down here. But like if it's like part of a specific series, then I won't keep them down there because like this is the complete series of Mario Bros. 3. It has all disc 1, 2, and 3. It's just the complete series of Mario Bros. 3. Like there's nothing special about it. Then I also have this. I got this, the Fat Albert just Classic Collection, Volume 1. I got this because I was like, oh, I wonder what episodes are on this. I looked on the back and it said, include special CD filled with musical performances. And I was like, how can I not get this? So I got it. And I was like, wonder how they're going to pack the CD. Yeah, it's just this. This is what you get for the CD. And it actually does not have a list of the episodes on the back. You actually have to look in the case cover to look at the list of episodes. So this is actually not that good of a disc set, but it came with a bonus CD that I played in the car when coming back. So I can't tell you what it's like listening to Don't Go Telling a Lie while driving down the road. But yeah, this is just an okay collection at most. I really liked it. I always wanted a Fat Albert DVD. It actually looks like a VHS case. I think that's what they were going for since it's a really old cartoon. Now up here are my more special stuff. Stuff like these, the Family Guy DVDs. Because I actually kept these as a separate thing. Because I actually would want more of these. It's like I have Volume 8. I got this one because of the 420 episode and Road to the Multiverse. That's the only reason I have this one. And this one, again, there's no list of the episodes. So I was like, okay, I wonder what's in this one. I hope it has P-Tarded. No, this one was more the PTV instead of P-Tarded, and they have really weird names. P-Tarded was the episode that Peter Griffin found out he was retarded. PTV was the episode where Peter Griffin actually found out that he had... No, he didn't find out anything. He made his own TV station. And then, like, the FCC was, like, censoring everything that they did. Like, actually, the DVDs themselves actually joke around at that. Like, see, hold on. Why the hell are they censoring all the good stuff? Like it made reference to that. Yeah. Yeah. I like owning Family Guy on DVD mainly because all the episodes are uncensored. That's the only reason I like getting stuff on DVD, especially if it's a TV series. Because it's gonna be the uncensored version, not the censored one. And for all I know, I don't think there is an uncensored version of the DVDs of Family Guy. But yeah, in here actually are just like a bunch of like extra cases and stuff that like I don't have anything to do with. Like some of these are like cases for things I don't have the cases to. Stuff like this one, SpongeBob Sea Stories. I do not have the case to this one. And this one, the Plants vs. Zombies game, don't have the case for it. So these just sit at the bottom for me to know, hey, these have something in them. Just put all these back. And like these are like if I want to make my own albums and stuff, which I actually did. But Problem is, these are writable DVDs, not writable CDs. And the CD writer that I have to write CDs says, oh, this isn't a CD. See, I have this, which does not play on a radio or a car or on anything. You plug it in, you take the files off, and that's basically how you have it. This one's actually for a friend. This is one of the albums that I made, which you can actually listen to on Not a Speedrunner's Bandcamp, because I don't like having my own album thing. I want him to mess with it. Here are all my albums. I like collecting CDs because I just like having something I can just plug in and play immediately. Like, I know I can just do from my phone. I have all these albums on my phone, but I just like having a physical version of these. And like all these, like neat because you have like different album arts for them and like extended album arts. Like for Camp. Camp was a really unique one because it actually like extended to show the full version of the album art, and I always thought that was like extremely cool. And then like they also come with like photo albums and like lyrics that you usually have to look up. It was really nice. There goes every single one of my games. But yeah, and like sometimes if you're lucky, it comes with a poster. And actually on the back of this poster, if I can take this off, it actually comes with like the information and like a coupon to get a sweater or something. I don't know. But yeah, like sometimes you get a poster or like I think that's cool. That's why for me physical beats digital. So yeah, I always liked it. And actually, fun fact, I hate Blu-rays. I 100% hate Blu-rays. Because I don't know how, but they messed it up. Like, with a DVD, you choose which one you want. Like any good DVD. Choose which one you want, take it out, plug it in. As long as you keep the DVD in there, it'll actually continue where you left off. And I think that's really nice about it. But, like, with Blu-ray, you have to, like, leave a bookmark, and you can't, like, retrieve it sometimes. Sometimes the bookmark button's something, whatever they feel like. And it's just confusing. I just hate Blu-ray. I don't know why. I just hate it. And actually, another thing what's good about DVDs is you usually get the most definitive version of it. Like this. Like, with the Lego Movie, for me, I got the special edition, and I didn't even know. Well, on Blu-ray, you would have probably known that you did not get the special edition. Can you please, like, go back? There. And this is actually a VHS tape. This was used for a gag once on a channel that is now a dead channel, which was, like, in Japanese. I don't know, I think it was, like, named, like, something like A/28/2019, I don't know. But yeah, this was just like a funny curse tape joke. But yeah. I don't know what was the joke to that. Now these are all my cassettes. I do not have a cassette player, and I'm actually missing one of them. I still want to know where my Alabama greatest hits are, because I still have not found it. What I was originally planning to do with these was to stack them right next to my DVDs, my CDs, until I realized these are tall and could fall at any time. So it's like, I might as well just put it in its own pile. I want to put these somewhere else. I might put them in here. Like, I might put them in here and, like, move these somewhere else, but right now, they're staying right there. Now, this entire corner isn't where, like, all my collection stuff is. My real collection, my real, like, expensive stuff that I own is actually in the corner of my room. Right here. These are the most expensive things I own. These board games. I'm actually, again, I'm missing some of them. And they're, like, just, like, really common ones. stuff like Operation, Mousetrap, that didn't have all the pieces. I also had 13 Dead and Drive, and I was like, yeah, I'd like this. I don't know where it went. But yeah, this is all my board games. I have... Every person who owns a board game has to have this game. This is one of the best games I've ever... One of the best board games I've ever played. It takes forever to set up, because you have to look at the instructions like, okay, this piece goes here, this piece goes here. By the time you're done with it, you don't want to play it anymore. But, like, if you have friends, definitely play this. It takes a long time to learn, but, like, I learned how to play this really fast because I played it in my history class. And I was like, yeah, this is really fun. I really like this. So, yeah, Can-Am, I do recommend it. Tetris Link. This game's bad. I still don't know the rules. Like, link them? What if I didn't remember the shape of them? Because, like, if I can take this out. It's like... This is what the pieces look like. It's like if you have two right next to each other. Like, there's barely an indication that they're separate. Sometimes you can't even tell if they're separate or not. So, like, when you have, like, a big stack of them and they can look like a different piece, then it sort of ruins the game. There's also, like, the dice mode, but... I just don't know how you make a board game of Tetris. Every person needs some type of Monopoly game, and that's why I have Monopoly Gamer. It comes with these pieces, and I don't know how to play this, because I've never learned how to play Monopoly. I'm not a huge Monopoly guy. I have two versions of Battleship. This one, I don't know how to play. This one, I do know how to play. Like, this one is probably the one everybody knows. You know, you open it. If you're actually able to. You open it, you put piece down, somebody guesses a point, and if you get it right, then you have a bigger chance of winning. Yeah, that's Battleship. That's a simplified version of the entire game. Yeah, this one is like the only board game I'll actually play because this one's actually the one I know how to play the most. I'm sorry if I can barely speak. I'm not heavy on English, and English is the only language I know. But yeah, that's all my board games. Again, I'm missing 13 Dead and Drive. That one's the important one. And 13 Dead and Drive is actually a really expensive game. I got it at Goodwill. And it had all the pieces. I don't know how. Because usually when you get something at Goodwill, it never has all the pieces. It never does. But yeah. Oh, and then I have also all my consoles. Now, I already showed off my two PlayStation 3s. But, like, I have a Wii. And actually, this was the second controller I got for getting Wii Play. I did not have a wrist strap, but that was okay for me. I still only have one nunchuck because I don't want to spend $20 on something I will use very unlikely. Oh, this was gifted to me by a friend. I still have it. It's just a bunch of, what is it? Magic Gathering? Yeah, just a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards. Like, I don't play Magic the Gathering. I don't play Pokemon. I don't play any card games. I'm not a card game type person. The only card game I might play is Go Fish. And that's because I actually know how to play. I was actually making a board game based on Petscop. But I gave up with it. Because Petscop's huge, if you don't know. I was not going to attempt to make it. Here's my PlayStation 2. Again, extremely great DVD player. These are, like, the best console you can get right now. Like, the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4. Well, at least this still has the start button. There's also the PlayStation 3, but PlayStation 2 will still stay a dear in my heart. Won't get ran over. like, it plays PlayStation 1 games and plays PlayStation 2 games. This can play PlayStation 1 games. If you're lucky, you can get a version of the PlayStation 3 which can also play PlayStation 2 games, but it can also play PlayStation 3 games, like PlayStation 3. PlayStation 4 can't play anything besides PlayStation 4. Well, there's also Xbox. Why are you turned on? There's also Xbox. There's a Modern Warfare 3 one that I got. It was either this one or a RTD2 one, and I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars, so I was like, no, I ain't getting that one. But yeah, my Xbox 360, Xbox does stuff occasionally right. Like, Xbox can play Xbox. Xbox 360 can play a handful of Xbox, not all of them. Xbox One can play Xbox and Xbox 360, and that was really nice of them. Now, if you want a console who really knows what they're doing, you want to get a Nintendo console. Because these are the consoles that you want. Okay? I'm going to be listing off a lot of stuff. You would want a NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Those are the three main. They do not have backwards compatibility. But like some games will be backwards compatible. Stuff like Super Mario All-Stars, which is for Super Nintendo. Super Mario All-Stars could play NES games, or at least mainly the four NES Mario games: Mario 1, 2, 2, and 3. And that's politically correct. Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario 2, and Mario 3. Or, if you're in Japan, Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario USA, Mario 3. Like, it's weird how they named it, but the original Mario 2 was just Mario 1, so it's technically Mario 1, Mario 1.5, Mario 2, Mario 3. So that's how it actually be. But yeah. Then you get a Game Boy Advanced. That one's crucial. So you can play Game Boy. I don't know about Game Boy Color. I don't know if Game Boy Advance can play Game Boy Color only games, but I know it can play Game Boy Advance games. You want to get that. You want to get a Game Boy Advance for Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. You want to get a GameCube for Game Boy Advanced and GameCube. Then you want to get a Wii U for Wii U and Wii games. Because a Wii, at least the first model, you can usually tell if it's the first model or not, because you get lucky. Because it doesn't lay on its side, actually. But yeah, you can tell it's a first model because it plays GameCube. And it actually has, like, the GameCube stuff up here. And works. Yeah, you want to get a Wii for GameCube and Wii. But, like, if you can, get an original GameCube and Wii U. And then, Nintendo Switch, don't get, because they don't have that many good games for it yet. I'm talking for way too long. Oh, my book collection. I completely forgot about it. Yeah, here's my book collection. I usually have these if I have absolutely nothing to do. Can this move? Jesus Christ. Unfinished homework that I'll never be able to turn in. You know, I actually have a really funny story. So, my math teacher was thinking about giving us homework on spring break. So I was like, fine, I'll do it. I kept it in the classroom so I wouldn't lose it, because I was definitely going to throw everything away. Haven't gone back to school yet. So I have a piece of homework that will never be turned in that's stuck in a classroom. And that still upsets me, because I need to turn that in. Anyway, here's all my books. This is not a book. That's the manual to my TV. Yeah. I bought this actually at Target. This is actually really funny. I do have something to criticize. If I can find the chapter list real quick. Some of the chapters are actually straight up just his original videos with edited words. Harry the Moth was one of them. Laser Tag was another one. Like, these are straight up just his original videos with slightly edited words and edited pictures. That wasn't the only criticism. But, like, I understand, like, if you don't have a phone and you want to watch one of his videos, this is actually a really good way. because like the Harry the Moth one, I think even the Science Fair one and Laser Tag, all of those were just his original video. Like if you watched the video and read the book at the same time, you would see how the words are basically the same. This was $20. All right, this book actually has a sequel that I really want. The thing is, the sequel was $7 on Amazon. It actually went up to $28, and that's because not that many people want the sequel, and that's because it doesn't have the same art style as the first book. The first book has a classic. Let me go to a page that does not have gore on it. Here you go. So this book, it has the classic anime style, the one that everybody remembers. But the second book is more of a realistic look to it, and people are selling it on eBay for $4. That's how many people don't want it. All right. I have this one. Actually, I had 2 copies of The Winter Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and one person actually burned it, and he said it would not burn. Actually, no. He burnt it, and the fire wouldn't go out. He actually had to grab a fire extinguisher, because water wasn't doing anything. So his Christian friend thought it was possessed. Or, it could just be the ink not letting it go out. Oh, this is essential. Yeah, this book is useless to me. I already know everything about Minecraft. I don't need this. The one I need is the Redstone one. I have like 3 copies of this one. I don't know where they're at. Oh yeah, this is an essential book. Garfield Christmas. Like, I'm a really big Garfield fan. I like Garfield. He's really cool. And then I have like all my Nintendo stuff, like big book of Nintendo games. This actually has a lot of games that the Angry Video Game Nerd reviewed, actually. Like, look at this. Yeah, one of the ones is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Zelda 2, Bart vs. Space Mutants, the RoboCop game, and, yeah, it's Mario 1, 2, and 3. It has all the essential Mario NES games. Boy and His Blob, that one's an okay game. Simon's Quest, Double Dragon. This is mainly just like stuff you want to know about like Nintendo games. Like, what's this one? A game I've never heard of. Okay, let me at least take me to a game. Like, it has like tips and tricks, a summary of the story of the game, how to like beat every stage for Mega Man at least. And like it usually has like a singular picture to know what the game looks like. Like, if I can stop going over it. But yeah, you saw for a single second. But yeah, this is a really cool book if you want to learn more about NES games. The code book. Everybody at least has one of these books. A code book for something. It mainly just tells you, oh, this is what you want to do if you want to win that game. Let's see, what's Dreamcast, PlayStation? Actually, if I remember, yeah, like, look, sometimes games will only have one because they don't have anything. Like, for Chicken Run, bonus ending. And it's like, wonder how you get that one. Probably beat the game good. Like Crash Bandicoot 2, revisit a boss stage, Aku Aku Mask, extra levels, extra lives. Yeah, this one basically tells you how to beat the game. And like you have the Crash Bandicoot stuff. If I remember, Crash 3 actually, yeah, Spyro the Dragon demo, which I don't know why was a code. What else we have? Oh, this actually helped me beat Mario 64 100% for the first time ever. This book. Because this wasn't unauthorized game secrets. No, this was just a guide to the games. So if you needed help with a game, you go into this. Like, this actually told you how to beat Mario 64 100%. Page 92. Like, it told you how to beat every stage. Like, in case, like, you were on the one, like, shoot into the, like, Sky Blue or something. That was one of them, definitely. And Whomp's Fortress. Like, you had no clue what to do. Shoot into the Wild Blue, that's what it was. You know, and that's everything. Yeah, that's. I think that's my entire collection. I also have like games that like I barely play, stuff like this. I don't have any friends, so this game's not fun. I kept Mario World in there. I actually have another Super Nintendo game because I'm a Super Nintendo man. Even though I like. Actually, if I had to say what my favorite console is, I would definitely say the GameCube. It has one of the best game libraries out there. It has Melee, which people are still playing. It has Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin, the Pikmin series, Chibi Robo. If you want a good console, and you don't want any of this console war stuff, which already ended a long time ago, go with the GameCube. Oh, I forgot to show you. Yeah, Super Mario Kart. Two essential games for Super Nintendo. But yeah, like I said, like the console wars are already over. Like, come on, they put Cuphead on Nintendo Switch. The console wars are done. There's also the Minecraft stuff that's going on, where Minecraft's on every console to exist. That's my most read book, fun fact. Like, Minecraft's on every console. Nobody cares what happens to it. Yeah, that was all the stuff that all my entire collection. That's it. I guess I can talk about my posters. Like, I have the Doom 3 BFG edition poster, Cherry Bomb, and just some posters I got at like Hobby Lobby. These three came from GameStop. So yeah, that's everything. That is my entire collection, and I'm still growing it to this day. I'm definitely thinking about getting the entirety of the Angry Video Game Nerd series on DVD, and I'm also thinking about getting a handful of Japanese horror films, which have been modified to work on Region 1 players. Because, fun fact, the Japanese do better at horror films than us. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting that, and that was my entire collection. I don't have anything else to say. That was my collection. I guess actually, I could show off my most expensive thing, like expensive game that I own. And my most expensive game that I own on Amazon, to Amazon prices, would be this one, clocking over $130. Because for some reason they did the original GameCube prices, and GameCube games were like $135. Yeah, this was my most expensive game according to Amazon. My most actual expensive game, though? Actually, probably my most expensive physical media that I own would probably have to be... Actually, I don't know. It'd probably be the Wii. Like, this computer was $700. Like, this is probably technically my most expensive thing. This right here was the most expensive thing I own. But yeah, if I had to actually choose something that was my most expensive, I'd probably say this hat. This is back then it was a $50 hat. It's more expensive than half the games I own. That's everything. Now my favorite album. I did not say my favorite game. My favorite game is definitely Luigi's Mansion, 100%. Nothing can beat it. But like my favorite album is definitely gonna have to be Wolf. Wolf is still one of my most favorite albums, probably because it's Tamale. That's all I have to say. My most favorite DVD that I own is definitely the SpongeBob movie. Actually, let me grab it real quick. The SpongeBob movie is definitely one of my most favorite. No special features, I don't know. I have the widescreen version. But this is definitely one of my most favorite movies. Even if you're an adult, you can still enjoy this movie. Like, it's funny. If you plug this into a computer, you can actually install a demo for the SpongeBob movie game, and I think that's actually really cool of them to do that. But that's my entire collection. Now, there's actually I do not organize anything. It's like these are just organized how I think they should be organized. Like, come on, Grand Theft Auto does not come after Mass Effect, and that's a fact. But yeah, that's everything I own. That's probably going to be everything I own for a little bit. I'm actually getting a new Xbox 360 game, which is a compilation pack, and I'm merely getting it for Uno, since Uno has recently been taken off of the Microsoft Store on Xbox 360, so it's no longer free. So yeah, that's probably going to actually be my most expensive thing, that one game, because on Amazon, that game's actually 100, because it's actually a little bit hard to find now. Yeah, that or Orange Box, which I'm also possibly getting. So yeah, that's my entire collection. Enjoy. Good day, sir.